Research is to see what everybody else has seen and to think what nobody else has thought. Good morning, everyone. It is my honor to present to you today my research entitled Evaluation of the Implementation of the Results-Based Performance Management System or RPMS in Public Elementary and Secondary Schools in the province of Batangas. This is specifically here in the Philippines. By the way, I am Alvin B. Punangbayan. I am the chairman and founder of the InstaBright International Guild of Researchers and Educators Incorporated, based here in the Philippines and New York, United States of America. And here are some of my other affiliations.
Quality education depends greatly to teachers. That is why there are different assessment tools used to measure teachers' performance. Teachers' performance assessment is a practice which an institution uses to review, assess, and rate teachers' performance and effectiveness in classroom management. The findings from these evaluations are being used by the administrators to provide feedback to teachers and guide their professional growth. The Results-Based Performance Management System, or RPMS, is the current teacher's performance assessment of the Department of Education. It was introduced way back 2015 and it was modified to PPST RPMS, or Philippine Professional Standards for Teachers Results-Based Performance Management System, in 2019. The RPMS aims to assess the personal, social, and professional improvements of teachers. However, RPMS received negative feedbacks from teachers even from its pilot implementation on 2015. The implementation of the RPMS has been an issue in the department. There were organizations or group of teachers who held rallies in the DepEd Central Office just to appeal and request to abolish the RPMS. The Alliance of Concerned Teachers, or ACT, on their press release firmly stated that RPMS is junk, burdensome, senseless, and unjust teachers' evaluation system. Sambalud in 2014 reported on his news article that the teachers groups branded RPMS as anti-worker and anti-union to rate teachers. Mateo in 2018 published that DepEd will investigate the reported cases of teacher suicides, like a teacher from Cavite who hung herself, and another suicide case of teacher from Leyte after being alleged that these have been caused by heavy workload, specifically linking to RPMS. This scenario motivates the researcher to eagerly conduct this research in the province of Batangas, specifically in the division of Batangas Province, division of Batangas City, division of Lipas City, and division of Tanawan City. This study aims to answer the following research questions. Number 1, what is the profile of the respondents in terms of age, gender, marital status, line of service, highest educational attainment, and position? What is the assessment of teachers in the implementation of RPMS relative to content, knowledge, and pedagogy, learning environment and diversity of learners, curriculum and planning, assessment and reporting, and class factor? Number 3, what is the school's performance based on the following key performance indicators: school's performance, enrollment rate, dropout rate, and promotion rate?
Number 4, what are the challenges experienced by teachers in the implementation of RPMS? Number 5, is there any significant difference in the respondents' assessment of the implementation of RPMS when profile is considered? Number 6, is there any significant difference in the respondents' responses on the challenges experienced by the respondents in the implementation of RPMS when profile is considered? Number 7, is there any significant relationship between the assessment of teachers in the implementation of RPMS and the school's performance? Number 8, is there any significant relationship between the respondents' assessment of the implementation of the RPMS and the challenges experienced by the respondents in its implementation? Number 9,
What structural equation model for RPMS implementation may be developed based on the findings of the study? Researcher in this study to identify the teacher's assessment of the implementation of PPSC RPMS based on the key results areas in the division of Batangas, Lipa, Tanawan, and Batangas City. It specifically employed descriptive evaluative, descriptive correlational, and descriptive comparative designs. Teachers 1 to 3 who were at least 1 year in the service and who belong to the mega schools category in the entire province of Batangas were utilized as respondents of this study. Cochrane method with 95% level of confidence and 5% margin of error was used to get the number of respondents for this study, which resulted to 384 teachers. Stratified sampling was used to select the participants of the study. There were 201 teachers from the elementary and 183 teachers from the secondary. The data gathering instrument used for this study is a survey questionnaire. The questionnaire is divided into the following parts. Part 1 consists of the demographic profile of the respondents in terms of age, gender, marital status, length of service, highest educational attainment, and position. Part 2 deals with the assessment of the teachers in the implementation of RPMS in regards with the content, knowledge, and pedagogy, learning environment, and diversity of learners, curriculum and planning, assessment and reporting, and class factor. Part 3 seeks to determine the challenges experienced by teachers in the implementation of RPMS. The following statistical tools were used in this study: frequency distribution and percentage, as well as weighted mean. Kruskal-Wallis and Mann-Whitney tests were also used in this study. The researcher also used the Spearman correlation. Structural equation model for RPMS implementation was crafted by the researcher using the partial least square. The following tables present the result of the study. And this is the structural equation model for RPMS implementation. Final thoughts. Majority of the public school teachers are 31 to 40 years old, females, married, teachers 3, 5 years below in the service, and have MA units. Teachers' qualities and qualifications are important factors in their profession. The implementation of RPMS deemed positively in terms of content, knowledge, and pedagogy, learning environment and diversity of learners, curriculum and planning, and assessment of reporting. However, respondents gave lower assessment to class factor. The school's performance based on the key performance indicators such as student performance, enrollment rate, and promotion rate are classified as satisfactory, while dropout rate was marked as excellent. The respondents were greatly challenged on the preparation of lesson plan with integration of content knowledge within and across learning areas and consideration of the learners' individual differences. Length of service and gender are important factors to be considered in the conduct of RPMS monitoring and evaluation process. It is evident that female teachers and those with longer length of service are more attentive on content knowledge and pedagogy, curriculum and planning, and learning environment and diversity of learners. Married teachers are more challenged in RPMS compared to unmarried ones who have more time availability for the service. Key performance indicators of schools are directly affected by the result of the teacher's RPMS evaluation. Teachers with high performance can produce learners with high academic achievement. Schools with outstanding and very satisfactory rating may have higher enrollment rate, promotion rate, and of course, low dropout rate. Teachers cannot deny the fact that all components of RPMS are important, despite that they encountered issues in doing their RPMS based on the required MOVs. A structural equation model for RPMS implementation may be developed based on the findings of the study. It is expected that the respondents may find it easy to use as it is user-friendly and will not require a high level of technical skills, which make it suited not only for the young ones but even so to the older ones.
And here are the recommendations made by the researcher. The first one is that teachers must give focus on educational attainment. If possible, they have to finish their graduate studies not only for their promotion but also for improving themselves professionally. It is also suggested that seminars and related workshops for teachers must be organized in order to shower more knowledge and new trends in education to all teachers. Of course, guidance and seminar regarding publication is also a must. Student performance, enrollment rate, and promotion rate got satisfactory rates, and so programs which aim to develop such factors must be provided to ensure that said remarks may be enhanced. The Department of Education here in the Philippines shall implement more programs that will boost students' confidence to strive at school and to go to school every day so as to achieve 100% enrollment rate, promotion rate, and zero dropout rate. Coaching and mentoring shall be done regularly by the school head and the teacher. Principals or the department heads and even the master teachers must help all the teachers under their supervision to prepare lesson plan with integration of content knowledge within and across learning areas and consideration of the learner's individual differences. Frequent classroom observation can be of great help also towards the betterment of the instructional process. School heads must take into consideration the teacher's gender and length of service to what means of verifications or MOVs they are expecting to be submitted by the teachers. The policy makers, the human resource department, and other concerned personnel shall also consider these factors in crafting additional requirements for the RPMS. And to relieve stress, raters or school heads must give enough time to teachers to comply all the needed MOVs for RPMS. Longer time can be given to married teachers who have more responsibilities in the family. This simple way can help lighten their feelings and mind, thus resulting to a stress-free preparation of RPMS. Teachers must aim to achieve higher performance so as it will reflect on the school's key performance indicators or KPI. When the KRAs or the key result areas and objectives in RPMS were honestly observed, it will give a high impact on the school's key performance indicators. The school, district, division, or even regional offices shall organize and conduct in-service trainings or INSET, webinars, collegial discussions, refresher course on ICT integration, workshops on writing action research, and publications to ensure that no teacher is left behind. The structural equation model provided for RPMS may be reviewed by the concerned personnel in the Department of Education and be used in the monitoring and evaluation of the teachers' RPMS. Thank you very much for listening.